Welcome to the delayed 2020 Maryland State Cup Draw. My name is Brad Roos, and this is my 5th year as a State Cup Director. We are coming to you live from Focal Point Production Studio in Baltimore, Maryland. I would like to thank all of the coaches, managers, families, and especially the players for attending today. This year we are again using Facebook as our platform for the draw, which allows for special shout-outs, comments, and questions to our studio. Keep them coming throughout the presentation. Many people are responsible for assisting with the Maryland Cup each year, which includes MSYSA board members, staff, and a countless number of volunteers. Please let the MSYSA office know if you'd like to assist at any point during the competition. Now let's meet some of the board members and staff who are helping with today's production of this draw. Our online support is Sean Fleming and Brendan Mendelson, who is in charge of public relations with MSYSA. Production, we have Marty Jenoff and the Focal Point production team, an awesome group. The draw setup this year again, ably manned by Trish Heppelfinger, who actually every year asks for this important position. And our draw, just back from the Witness Protection Program, is Flo Egan and Jackie S.K. Thanks, ladies. We'll be right back and have a conversation with one of Maryland's national championship players from last year after this video, the race for the championship. Welcome back. 2019 was another great year for Maryland youth soccer. We set an all-time state record of sending 42 teams to the Eastern Regional Tournament. At the regional tournament, we had 16 teams advance to the semifinals. You can see here on this list the teams that placed as champions and runner-ups. Special mention should be made from the U17 boys, where both teams in the final were from Maryland, the Baltimore Celtic and Prasa Blue. A very difficult feat, for sure. But the biggest storyline at the regional tournament was the 13U girls from Ellicott City. Due to numerous circumstances, they only had 11 players who could attend the tournament, which meant no subs for any of their matches. Not only did they win their group, but went on to win in the quarterfinals before finally falling in the semifinal rounds. At the national tournament, we took home 2 championships, the 18U girls from Premier Navy and the 13U boys from Pipeline Pre-Academy, along with 2 silver medalists from the 17U girls Pipeline Pre-Academy and the 19U boys Baltimore Celtic. We are very fortunate today to have a very special guest, longtime player from our state who played on the national champion Premier Navy team last summer, Phoebe Knowles. Welcome, Phoebe, and we're great to have you here. So I have a couple quick questions for you. First, the Maryland State Cup is the beginning stages of the National Championship Series. What has been your experience during this competition in the past?
So throughout the whole time that I've been in the Maryland State Cup, it's been 6 years, and out of the 6 years, the first year we fell to Bethesda, which was very heartbreaking. The next 5 years we came back and won them all straight, which is like every player's dream. And it's very competitive from the beginning stages all the way to the last game. You go in every game wondering when you're going to make it, what's going to happen next. It's very exciting with your team, and it really brings you guys all together, and the whole state too.
Great. Last year, Maryland was very successful and has been for several years at both the regional and national tournament. How tough is a competition in the state just to advance to regionals?
It's unbelievable to think that all these teams coming together, competing for one title, it's crazy. And the competition, like as the games get harder and harder, as I said again, each game you go in wondering what's going to happen, just trying to give it all just to make it through.
Now, I know your coach is very demanding. How has your team prepared in the past for this unique competition?
Hard work. That's always been our main goal, is just working hard through all the practices, all the games, all the yelling from our coach. Like, it might seem like a little crazy to some people, but for us, that motivates us. That's what we love. That helps us win games. It's the mentality is what it's all about at this stage.
Great. So in the past, your team has been very close. In 2018, they were national runner-ups. What was that experience like winning the national championship with your Premier 18U team last year?
It's still a dream. It's still so hard to understand. I get the chills talking about it every single time. It's every little girl's dream growing up, every little boy's dream growing up, winning the national title. It's the biggest thing in youth soccer, and to be able to say that I'm a national champ and that we brought that back not only for our team, not only for the region, but for the whole state of Maryland too, it's the best feeling in the world.
Well, just so you know, from Maryland, we were very proud of both you and your team. So congratulations again. I know you began your college career this past fall at Towson University, but unfortunately sustained an injury. How is your rehab going, and when do you expect to be back on the field?
So in September, my 5th game, I tore my ACL, and it was the hardest thing that I've ever been through still. But with the coaching staff, the athletic trainers, my family, everyone, teammates, just helping me to motivate me to keep my head up and knowing that everything happens for a reason, that I'm going to come back stronger, working hard in the training room, athletic room, just hungry to get back on the field to play, do what I love.
Last question, and really the most important one, and that is, will your team be back this spring to defend their national championship?
Yes.
I would like to thank Phoebe again for being part of our presentation today, and good luck to her team. Now, as you can see on the monitor are the State Cup dates for each round. Please pay particular attention to the dates of each round, the site of the round, and then most important, when the conflict forms are due. This is very important as we have scheduling set up immediately after the date that the conflicts close. So again, as you can see, we have State Cup games starting in March, and we will end up in the last weekend in May with our finals at the Soccerplex. As far as play-in games, those are all held in March, and teams are able to host matches for that event. You must be able to host at least 2 games at one site. Games must be held on turf fields. The teams will communicate with each other to confirm the date and hopefully a home field. All of the boys' age groups this year will have at least one play-in match. Please note that any team that loses in the play-in round can drop down and participate in the President's Cup as long as their play-in match has been completed by March 18th. All round of 16, semifinals and finals will be played at the Soccerplex. Girls and boys quarterfinals, again this year, will be played in Salisbury. Teams that advance will need to book hotel rooms through the link on the MSYSA website. Now let's talk a little bit about the competition format. It's the same as last year. As you can see on the screen, single elimination with the exception of the quarterfinals, which will be round robin. 12U through 16U age groups will play 3 games on the quarterfinal weekend. 17U through 19U will still only play 1 game per day. The top 2 teams from each quarterfinal round will advance to the semifinals. As far as fees, the referees are still paid in cash before the match by every team. The $565 registration fee that each team has already paid includes the first match. Each additional match costs $175, which this year can be paid by credit card online before the match or at the site by credit card or check. The game conflict form. Please pay particular attention to the closing dates to submit conflicts for each round. Competition is on Saturdays and Sundays, with Sunday as the primary default day. My suggestion is to schedule league games on Saturday with cup games on Sunday. Repeating again, because this has come up many times in the past. If one team requests a Saturday game and the other team requests a Sunday game, the match will be played on Sunday since that's the default day. Also this year we have a new check-in procedure. In the past, we had the teams all come to the headquarters tent to be checked in. This year, the rosters will already be on the game report card for each game. Only the team manager or representative need to check in at the headquarters tent 1 hour prior to the match. The home team will again still serve as the field marshal for that match. The referees will be checking in all players and coaches on the field prior to the beginning of the match. The cards of any players who are not participating in the match must be left at the headquarters tent and picked up at the completion of the game. Wild cards for this year from Maryland will be announced at the beginning of April after the draw. All runner-ups should be prepared to attend regionals if given this great opportunity. Suspension list. Any player or coach red carded from last National Championship Series match that they participated in must sit out the first cup game of this year. This includes state cup, regional, and national competition. Please check the list currently on the MSYSA website, as was the case last year. Player send-off will remain on the bench unless deemed by the referee to be an issue, in which case they will be removed by the MSYSA representative. Referee fees per team this year. U12 through U14 are $85. U15 and U16 age groups are $90. And U17 through U19 age groups are $95. And these again are due in cash at the field. Now let's look at a couple rule reminders for this year. as there are no major changes. The 15U and the 16U age group, they will use unlimited substitution during the quarterfinal round when a team plays multiple games on the same day. Second, if a player is suspected of suffering a head injury, they may be substituted for evaluation without the substitution counting against the team's total number of allowed substitutions during each half or the overtime period. Simply put, if a player receives clearance from on-site trainer, they may re-enter the match, taking out the original substitute who came on the temporary, and then they can re-enter as a regular substitute later on. Again, a team must have a substitute available in order to make this change. Leggings and undershirts. Last year, we simplified this to say the home team wears white, the visiting team wears black, no matter what the color of the jersey. Reminding again, as far as transfers, 5 is the maximum number of transfers within transfers. But transfers within the same club do not count. So if a team were to go from the blue team, from the white team within the same club, they would not count as a transferred player by the NCS rules. Teams and players can only participate in one state cup competition per year. Again, the winning team will submit the match report to state cup representatives after each game. Players on approved roster, but not on game roster, can be on the team bench, but not in uniform for that match. The only exception to this rule is if a player is suspended, they can be at the match, but cannot be dressed and cannot be on the team bench. As we said earlier, the home team will wear the lighter colored jerseys and socks for all matches. The first team listed will be the home team. The visiting team will then wear contrasting uniforms and socks, which will be their dark uniforms. All games that are tied will play overtime and then FIFA kicks from the penalty mark if needed. The only exception to that is during the quarterfinal round, which will be a round-robin format. Again, just as a reminder to all the parents, no alcoholic beverages or smoking is permitted at any of our game sites. And as far as substitutions, in the U12 to U14, they are unlimited. U15 through U19 cannot return during that same half of play or overtime. The exception, round-robin games on the same day for 15U and 16U age groups when they have multiple games. There will be an awards presentation at the end of each final. The state will retain the perpetual trophies. Teams will be given medals and a coaching plaque for the winners and the runner-ups. Now let's talk a little bit about the rosters and roster freeze dates. This year, the NCS part of the state cup competition begins at the round of 16. We've already talked about the fact that if a team loses in the play-in round, they can drop down to the President's Cup. Therefore, the roster date, freeze date, is the same for all girls, U12 through U18, which is April 1st, and all boys teams, U12 through U18, which would be April 15th. For play-in games, we will use the State Cup roster in the GOT Sports system, but teams that advance to the round of 16 will still be able to make changes until the actual freeze date. As far as the State Cup roster and how to edit or create a State Cup roster, this year, as I said earlier, we are using a new platform for our rosters, GOT Sport, which was a part of GOT Soccer. We have added the detailed instructions on the MSYSA website. For play-in games during March, teams will need to submit their State Cup rosters into the system at least 72 hours before the match. Beginning with the round of 16, teams must have their finalized State Cup roster into the GOT Sports system. The roster will be frozen for the remainder of the competition at that time. One very important note, in order to create a roster, each player must have a unique email address in GOT Soccer Legacy in order to successfully be imported through the team API. If you are unable to complete any steps for creating your roster, please check with your club administrator. If you still need assistance, then contact Jessica Hafer at the MSYSA office. We'll be right back with the draw after the highlights from last year's regional tournament.
This tournament, it's great competition. I mean, you just have to work. All these teams belong here. All these teams work to get here.
So the competition was fantastic from start to finish, and when you get to play in a facility like this, it makes it even more worthwhile traveling the 6.5 hours to get here.
We sacrificed a lot, time, and like our summer. So I really think that if we keep with that, we'll be on pace for a great time at nationals.
Just an overall great performance. Came out in the second half, was able to close it out and get that regional victory that we wanted.
Benefits of this level are huge. The college exposures, second to none for these guys. They're all able to get recruited and achieve the goals that they want to when they set out to actually sign up to play club sports and make a team. They're able to get those opportunities.
I think having something to play for is a real benefit to these goals, not just showcases, it's competition. Everyone wants to win. You play competitive sports because you want to win.
Now let's get into the main portion of the program, the individual age group draws. Please remember that there is a possibility of 4 seeded teams from the previous year. Champion, the runner-up, and the 2 semifinalists. But that team must have at least 51% returning players to their roster from last year. We're going to begin with the U12 girls. They have 11 teams in their bracket. There are no seeded teams since it is a new age group. So now let's go to Flo and Jackie for the draw.
Seed 1. It will be SAC, Soccer Association of Columbia, Premier Blue is seed 1. Seed 2 is DC Stoddard Blue Metros. Seed 2, DC Stoddard Blue Metros. Seed 3 is Bethesda Soccer Club Academy Blue. Seed 3 is Bethesda Soccer Club Academy Blue. Seed 4 is Potomac Soccer Association Blue. Seed 5 is Hartford FC United Lightning Navy. That is seed 5. Seed 6 is the Baltimore Celtic Soccer Club Shamrocks. That's seed 6. Seed 7 is the Player Progression Academy Green. Player Progression Academy Green. Seed 8 is Maryland United Football Club Seed 9 is Cecil Soccer Club, Cecil SC Stealth. Seed 10 is Baltimore Union Soccer Club, Elite. Oops. And seed 11 is Pipeline Soccer Club, Girls Pre-Academy.
So that concludes the draw for the 12U girls. As you can see, there are 11 teams. Their freeze date is April the 1st. The round of 16 held at the Soccerplex will be the first weekend in April. So for that first weekend in April, Maryland United Premier will play Cecil Stealth. The PPA Academy will be playing Baltimore Union Elite. And Baltimore Celtic Shamrocks will play Pipeline Pre-Academy. The other teams, Sac Premier Blue, Potomac Blue, Hartford Lightning Navy, DC Startup Blue Metros, and Bethesda Academy Blue will advance to the quarterfinals in Salisbury the last weekend in April. Now we're going to go to the 12U boys. The 12U boys have 17 teams in this bracket. There are no seeded teams again since it is a new age group. Again, I did want to point out that our accounting firm of Hafer, Heppelfinger, and Egan certify the results of today's draw. And they make sure that everything that we have done here will be correct as we go through. So ladies, to the 12 boys.
Okay, starting out with 12 boys. The first seed is the Bethesda Soccer Club, Blue. Second seed in the U12 or 12U boys is Total Football Club, Gold. Third seed is the Player Progression Academy, Green. Our fourth seed is DC Stoddard, Blue Metros. Our fifth seed is Potomac Soccer Association, Potomac Blue. Sixth seed is Soccer Association of Columbia, Pre-Academy. Seventh seed is Arundel Soccer Association, Liverpool FCIA. Eighth seed is Montgomery Soccer Academy, Green. U boys ninth seed is Baltimore Union Soccer Club, Elite. 10th seed is St. Mary's Soccer, Strikers Red. The 11th seed is Coppermine Soccer Club, Coppermine Boys Premier. The 12th seed is Pipeline Soccer Club, Pre-Academy. The 13th seed is Bethesda Soccer Club. The 14th seed is FC USA Soccer Club, Matrix Mavens, or Mavens. Not sure. That is. Oops.
Whoops.
Whoops. Our 15th seed in the 12U boys is FC USA Soccer Club, blue. Sixteenth seed is Next Level Soccer United, NLS Ajax, white. And the 17th seed in the 12U boys is Baltimore Celtic Soccer Club, Predators.
Okay, so in the U12 boys, we have 17 teams. Their freeze date is April the 15th. We will have one match that will have to be played as a play-in game in March and scheduled by the two teams. The remainder of the teams will all play in the round of 16 the weekend of April 18th and 19th. One other thing I wanted to point out was if you look at all of these sheets for the finals, it says May 30th and May 31st. In the past, we have played all of the finals on Sundays, but this year, since we've had some issues with inclement weather for the last 2 years, we are going to attempt to play as many matches on Saturday for the finals as we can, which would allow us a rain date of that Sunday, in case there's any problems. So now let's look at the bracket for the boys U12. As I said before, Next Level Ajax and Baltimore Celtic Predators will have a play-in game in March. All other teams will then be playing in the weekend of the round of 16 at the Soccerplex during the weekend of April 18th and 19th. So now let's move on to the 13U girls. In the 13U girls, this year we have 13 teams registered. The Baltimore Celtic Elite and the OPS Magic are the only seeded teams for this age group. SAC Premier Blue did not meet continuity per our rules. So we will be starting with seed number 3.
Starting with the 13U girls, seed 3, Soccer Association of Columbia, pre-academy. Seed 4 is Pipeline Soccer Club, girls pre-academy. Seed 5 is DC Stoddard, Blue Metros. Seed 6 is Old Line Football Club, Pride Black. Seed 7 is Coppermine Soccer Club, Premier. Seed 8 is Bethesda Soccer Club, Bethesda Flash. Seed 9 is Maryland Rush Montgomery Coyotes. Seed 10 is FC Frederick 07 Girls. Seed 11 is St. Mary's Soccer Spirit. Seed 12 is the Player Progression Academy, green. And seed 13 and the 13U girls is Potomac Soccer Association, blue lightning.
Thank you, ladies. So again, talking about the U13 girls, where they have 13 teams, the freeze date is April 1st. The round of 16 at the Soccerplex is April 4th and 5th. And then there are some teams that have already qualified to move into the quarterfinals at Salisbury, April 25th and 26th. So as we look at the bracket, please note that Coppermine Premier, FC Frederick, Old Line, St. Mary's, Bethesda Flash, Maryland Rush, Pipeline, Potomac, DC Stoddard, and PPA will play on that first weekend. The Baltimore Celtic, the OPSA, and SAC Pre-Academy have advanced directly to the quarterfinal round. And now we go to the 13U boys, where we have this year 22 teams. In this age group, all 4 teams from last year qualified for continuity. That's Achilles FC, Potomac Blue, DC Stoddard Blue Metros, who are the 3rd seed, and Pipeline Pre-Academy, who are the 4th seed. So we will begin in the 13U boys with the 5th seeded team.
Starting on the 5th seed with the 13U boys is Next Level Soccer Limited, Ajax White. Sixth seed is Tacoma Park Soccer Club, Revolution Blue. Seventh seed is FC Frederick, 07 Boys. The 8th seed is FC USA Soccer Club, Matrix Maestros. The 9th seed is the Player Progression Academy, Green. The 10th seed is Soccer Association of Columbia, Showcase Blue. 11th seed is Go Premier Soccer. The 12th seed is Baltimore Union Soccer Club, Elite. The 13th seed is Baltimore Celtic Soccer Club, ECNL. The 14th seed is Brasso United Football Club, Blue. 15th seed is Coppermine Soccer Club, Premier. The 16th seed is High Performance Soccer Club, Little Tigers. The 17th seed is Bethesda Soccer Club, Bethesda Blue. The 18th seed is Soccer Association of Columbia Pre-Academy. The 19th seed is Tacoma Park Soccer Club. The 20th seed is A3 Soccer, United. Seed 21 is Benfica Soccer Club, Benfica Soccer School, DC, Red. And the 22nd seed and the 13U boys is Only Boys and Girls Club, Community Sports Association, Blue.
So that completes the draw for the 13U boys and the 22 teams that will participate. It looks like it's going to be a very strong age group this year. Again, a reminder, the freeze date is April 15th. So if you look at the bracket that now is showing here, the play-in games, the teams that will have to contact each other as far as scheduling games in March, that would be HPSC Little Tigers versus Bethesda Blue, Baltimore Celtic, ECNL versus A3, Baltimore Union Elite versus Benfica Red, Coppermine Boys Premier will play SAC Pre-Academy. Brazza Blue will play Tacoma Park Napoli. And Go Premier will be going up against Albany Boys and Girls Club Blue. The remainder of the teams will advance to play in the round of 16 the weekend of April 15th and 16th. And now let's go to the 14U girls, where we have 13 teams in this division. Again, just as in the last group, the 4 teams from last year all have qualified for continuity. The champion Baltimore Union will be the first seed. The runner-up Ellicott City Black will be the second seed. Maryland Rush Montgomery Blue Coyotes will be the third seed. And Pipeline Pre-Academy is seeded fourth. So now we will start with the 5th seed in the 14U girls.
Starting with the 5th seed in the 14U girls is the Player Progression Academy Green. Sixth seed is Soccer Association of Columbia Pre-Academy. 7th seed is Montgomery Soccer Fury. 8th seed is FC Frederick. The 9th seed is Coppermine Soccer Club Force. The 10th seed is Washington Capital United Blue. The 11th seed is Montgomery Soccer Academy White. 12th seed is DC Stoddard Blue Metros. And the 13th seed is Center of Excellence West.
So that includes the draw for the 14U girls. Again, there are 13 teams in this bracket. Their freeze date is April 1st. The round of 16 will take place on April 4th and 5th. As you can see, the brackets coming up. So Baltimore Union Elite, Ellicott City Black, and Montgomery Rush Coyotes Blue will automatically advance to the quarterfinal round on the last weekend in April in Salisbury. Now let's go to the 14U boys, which has 19 teams in this particular group, not 20. We had a team drop out this morning. If you look at the seeded teams, only 2 returned from last year with continuity. Pipeline Pre-Academy and Potomac Blue. Next Level Ajax did not meet continuity, so they cannot be seeded. So in this age group, we will start with seed number 3.
Seed number 3 is Montgomery Soccer Green Knights. Seed number 4 is Ellicott City Soccer Club Boys Black. Seed 5 is Brazza United Football Club Blue. Seed 6 is Next Level Soccer Limited Ajax White. Seed 7 is DC Stoddard Blue Metros. Seed 8 is FC USA Soccer Club. Seed 9 is Bethesda Soccer Club Green. Seed 10 is Total Football Club, gold. Seed 11 is Seed 11 is St. Mary Soccer, Scorpions Premier. Seed 12, Aspen Hill Soccer Club, Infantile Elite. Seed 13, FC Frederick. Seed 14, Tacoma Park Soccer Club. Seed 15 is Pipeline Soccer Club, Boys Black. Seed 16 is Maryland Rush Montgomery, Blue Ajax. Seed 17 is the Player Progression Academy, Green. Seed 18, Bethesda Soccer Club, Bethesda Blue. Seed 19 is Soccer Association of Columbia Pre-Academy.
That concludes the draw for the 14U boys. Again, due to the late dropout, we do have 19 teams in this particular age group. Their freeze date is April 15th, and the round of 16 is April 18th and 19th at the Soccerplex. Play-in games we played in March, and that will be scheduled by the two teams as quickly as possible. And then you can see here the quarterfinal, semifinal, and final dates. Please note that the following teams will need to get together to schedule a play-in game. The Maryland Rush Montgomery Blue Ajax versus PPA Academy, Pipeline Boys Black versus Bethesda Blue, and Tacoma Park Juventus versus SAC Pre-Academy. Those three games we played in March. The remainder of the teams will begin the third weekend in April in the round of 16. Before we conclude the draw, let's look at the exciting highlights from last year's national championship.
Okay, you know what you're up against. There's no mystery here, right? Win the first half, we'll go from there. All right, let's go.
Everything out on the field today. You don't walk off this field saying, I wish I did something more.
On three. 1, 2, 3. Southern! We've worked so hard to get to this place and finally to get here.
It's the greatest experience of my life. It's really humbling and makes me feel like I'm actually accomplishing something in my life. Like everything I've done in my life has come to this moment.
It's that heart, it's that determination that we just instill in them as coaches and as a club to get them through this. It's not easy to do.
I mean, the feeling is like, you can't describe it. It's easy. You got to be in a moment to kind of feel it.
Whenever I'm having a bad day or whenever I just need someone to pick me up, I look at these guys around me.
And you can see now the energy, the release. They put in so much work and so much dedication and so much effort and so much time. It just means everything. It's fabulous.
What do we say tomorrow?
To go out on top is an amazing feeling. Everything that we did to get here was certainly important, but some losses along the way don't sing as much right now. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's awesome. These girls have had a goal to do this for a long time now. We've come close a couple years ago, and it's just awesome to see them come full circle.
Best feeling ever. It's like a dream come true.
especially being able to win it with my 18-19 best friends.
Last season I tore my ACL and it's been a long recovery. My mindset when he called my name to be able to step on the field at the end of the game, I was a nervous wreck.
You could write a book about an experience for a kid, and Tori Lyncha, this is the book that you write. It's an unbelievable story just to be part of this process.
Once the whistle blew, I was in heaven. I mean, I was so proud of the girls. Everyone is smiling, excited. It's just the best feeling in the world to be a national champs at the youth level.
Came in and we did our job, and we always upset all of the teams, and now here we are, and I always knew we could do it.
Welcome back. In honor of Super Bowl Sunday and the fact that this is our Super Bowl for the state as far as our state cup competition, I've been receiving several prop bets on our Facebook Live. The prop bet being whether Jackie Eske will drop less than, more than, or 3 eggs for the remainder of the presentation. So again, let us know what you think. There's no money being involved, but we do want to know what you think as far as that prop bet is concerned. And Bo, just so you know, your wife seems to feel like you were the one that sent in the information about the prop bet, just to let you know. Now let's go on to the 15U girls. We have 12 teams in this age group. Out of the 12 teams, 3 have reached continuity, which would be Pipeline Pre-Academy, Baltimore Celtic Elite, and SAC Premier Blue are seeded 3rd. So let's begin with seed number 4.
All right, I'm upping my game here. Seed number 4, FC Frederick girls. Seed number 5, A3 Soccer, Manchester City. Seed 6 is DC Stoddard Blue Metros. Seed 7 is Broadneck Soccer Club Groove. Seed 8 is Maryland Rush. Seed 9 is Montgomery Soccer Club, MSI Academy White Warriors. Seed 10, Coppermine Soccer Club, Navy. Seed 11, Montgomery Soccer, Black Caps. Seed 12, Bethesda Soccer Club, BSC Hawks.
So, for the 15U girls, that completes their draw for 12 teams. Again, their freeze date is April the 1st. The first round of play will be the first weekend in April. Please note that Pipeline Pre-Academy, FC Frederick, Baltimore Celtic, Elite, and SAC Pre-Academy will automatically advance to the quarterfinal round on the last weekend in April in Salisbury. And now we go to the 15U boys, which has 23 teams in their bracket. All 4 teams return this year with continuity. Brazza Blue, the defending state champions, are first. Bethesda Blue, as the runner-up, is seeded second. Pipeline Pre-Academy is the 3rd seed. And Washington Capital Blue are seeded 4th. So we will start with the 5th seed in the 15U boys.
Starting with Seed 5 is Soccer Association of Columbia, Premier White. Seed 6, Thunder Soccer Club of Howard County. Seed 7 is Bowie Youth Soccer Academy, Stampede. Seed 8 is Only Boys and Girls, Rangers Blue. Seed 9 is Waldorf Soccer, Orange. Seed 10 is Player Progression Academy, Green. Seed 11 is Maryland Rush Montgomery, Blue. Seed 12 is Pipeline Soccer Club, Boys North. Seed 13 is FC USA Soccer Club. Seed 14 is Arundel Soccer Association, Liverpool. Seed 15 is Soccer Association of Columbia Academy. Pre-academy. Seed 16 is FC Frederick Boys. Seed 17 is Next Level Soccer Limited, Ajax White. Seed 18 is Potomac Soccer Association, Potomac Blue. Seed 19 is Ellicott City Soccer Club, Black. Seed 20 is Charles Village Rec Council, Red Rebels. Seed 21 is Coppermine Soccer Club, Elite. Seed 22 is DC Stoddard Blue Metros. Seed 23 is Go Premier Soccer, Blue.
So again, that concludes the 15U boys draw. Again, their freeze date is April 15th. The first round at the Soccerplex, round of 16, will be April 18th and 19th. Because this age group is so large, we will have several play-in games in March. Those include the FCF Boys versus Next Level Ajax, FC USA versus Village Red, Pipeline Boys North. We'll end up playing the Copper Mine Boys. The SAC Pre-Academy will be playing Potomac Blue. The PPA Green will go against Go Premier. ASA Liverpool versus Ellicott City Black. And Maryland Rush Montgomery Blue versus DC Stoddard. Those games will all be play-in games played in March and scheduled by the two teams. Now let's go on to the 16U girls, which has 15 teams in it. Again, they have all 4 teams have qualified for continuity. Baltimore Union Elite, the defending state champions, will be first seed. Pipeline Pre-Academy will be second. FC Blitz Black will be third. And FC Frederick will be seeded fourth. So in this age group, we will begin with the 5th seed.
Okay, beginning with seed 5 is Thunder Soccer Club, red, Real. Seed 6 is Soccer Association of Columbia, Pre-Academy. Seed 8 is Maryland Rush Montgomery, Cosmos. Seed 9 is Soccer Association of Columbia, Premier White. Seed 9, DC Stoddard Blue Metros. Seed 10, Arundel Soccer Association, Liverpool Girls. Seed 11 is Coppermine Soccer Club, Premier. Seed 12, Maryland Rush Montgomery. Seed 13, Hartford FC United, Navy. Seed 14 is Maryland Rush Montgomery, Invictus United Gray. And seed 15 is the Baltimore Celtics Soccer Club, Elite.
So again, that is the 16U girls with the 15 teams that will participate this year. Their freeze date is April 1st. Please note, Baltimore Union Elite will automatically qualify and move on to the quarterfinals held the last weekend in April in Salisbury. The remainder of the teams will play in the round of 16 the first weekend of April at the Soccerplex. And now let's go to our largest age group for this year, the 16U boys. There are 29 teams in this age group. There are 3 teams that have qualified for continuity and will be seated in this age group. Brazza Blue, Potomac Blue, and Pipeline Pre-Academy. So we will begin in the 16U boys with the 4th seed.
U boys 4th seed is Bowie Youth Soccer Academy, Elite. Seed 5 is Bethesda Soccer Club, Blue. Seed 6 is Arundel Soccer Association, Liverpool. Seed 7 is FC Frederick. Seed 8 is Laurel Soccer Club Lions. Seed 9 is Go Premier Soccer. Seed 10 is Freedom Soccer Club Flash Red. Seed 11 is Arundel Soccer Association Real Barza. Seed 12, Baltimore Union Soccer Club Elite. Seed 13 is DC Football Club Athletic. Seed 14, Next Level Soccer Limited Ajax. Seed 15, Bethesda Soccer Club Academy. Seed 16, Coppermine Soccer Club. Seed 17 is Soccer Association of Columbia Premier White. Seed 18 is Pachuca Football Club Dragons. Seed 19 is St. Mary's Soccer United. Seed 20 is Soccer Association of Columbia Premier Blue. Seed 21 is Potomac Soccer Association Potomac White. Seed 22 is FC USA Soccer Club Blue. Seed 23 is Baltimore Celtic Soccer Association South. Seed 24 is Ellicott City Soccer Club Boys Black. Seed 25 is Baltimore Celtic Soccer Club ECNL. Seed 26 is DC Stoddard Blue Metros. Seed 28 is Washington Capital United Vipers. Seed 28, Olney Boys and Girls Club Rangers Blue. Seed 29, Tacoma Park Soccer Club, Tacoma Lions 2004.
That concludes our largest age group for this year, the 16U boys, which has 29 teams in the grouping. Again, the freeze date is April 15th, even though we will have many games in March as play-in games that the teams will have to schedule. As you can see from here, except for Brasa, Pipeline, and Potomac Blue, all other teams will be having play-in games that will lead them into the round of 16, which is the weekend of April 18th and 19th. All of these games will need to be scheduled by the teams against their opponent and will be played in March. Reminding again that if they want to drop down into the President's Cup competition, those matches must be completed by March 18th. And now let's move on to the 17U girls, which has 13 teams in the bracket this year. Again, they have all 4 teams returning with continuity. So OPSA Magic, the reigning state champions, will be first. FC Frederick, the runner-ups, will be second. Baltimore Union Elite will be seeded third. and St. Mary's Power will be seeded 4th. So for the 17U girls, we will start with the 5th seed.
Starting with seed 5 is Washington Capital United, blue. Seed 6, Soccer Association of Columbia Pre-Academy. Seed 7, Baltimore Union Soccer Club, select. Seed 8 is Hartford FC United. Seed 9 is FCGB Center of Excellence. Seed 10 is Maryland Rush Montgomery Rampage. Seed 11 is Coppermine Soccer Club. Seed 12 is Potomac Soccer Association, black, EDP. Seed 13 is Bethesda Soccer Club, ECRL, legacy.
Okay, that concludes the 17U girls draw for this year's State Cup. Again, remember their freeze date is April the 1st. The round of 16 is April 4th and 5th. So OPSA, FC Frederick, and Baltimore Union Select will advance automatically to the quarterfinals, which is the last weekend in April in Salisbury. All other teams will play the first weekend in April, April 4th and 5th, in the round of 16. And now let's go to the 17U boys, which has 23 teams. There are 3 teams that have continuity from last year that will be seeded: Bethesda Blue, Baltimore Celtic Central, and HPSC Wolverines. And now let's start with a 4th seed in the 17U boys.
Seed 4, 17U boys is Go Premier Soccer. Seed 5 is Maryland United Football Club, Premier. Seed 6 is FC USA Soccer Club, blue. Seed 7 is Soccer Association of Columbia. Seed 8 is Laurel Soccer Club, Lions white. Seed 9 is Washington Capital United, blue. Seed 10, Future Soccer Club, Future Monarchs. Seed 11, Only Boys and Girls Soccer Club, Rangers blue. Seed 12 is FC Frederick. Seed 13, Pipeline Soccer Club, Pipeline Black West. Seed 14, DC Stoddard Blue Metros. Seed 15 is Next Level Soccer Limited, Ajax. Seed 16, Baltimore Bay Soccer Club. Seed 17, Brausa United Football Club, blue. Seed 18, Pipeline Soccer Club, pre-academy. Seed 19, the Soccer Dome FC, Real Barza. Seed 20, Shore FC, black. Seed 21, Baltimore Union Soccer Club, elite. Seed 22, Achilles Football Club. And seed 23, Tacoma Park Soccer Club, United.
So, again, that completes the 17U boys, a very strong division at 23 teams. Again, their freeze date for the boys is April 15th. The play-in games will be played in March. As you can see on the board here, in the play-in round, the Baltimore Bays will play Brausa United. Pipeline Black West will play Pipeline Black West will play Pipeline Black West. That's incorrect. We'll have to check that between the 13th and 20th seed. FCF boys will play Baltimore Union Elite. The Next Level Ajax will play Coppermine Boys Pre-Academy or Pipeline Pre-Academy. Future Monarchs will play Tacoma Park Soccer Friends. DC Stoddard Blue Metros will play Soccer Dome Real Barza. And Olney Rangers will play Achilles. Those will be the play-in games played in March. As soon as we get a chance, we will get this bracket updated for the 13th and 20th seeds as soon as we can. Again, that completes the boys 17U draw. Now we're getting down to the last two age groups. The 18U girls actually has 10 teams in the bracket. One team dropped out this morning. We have two teams that are seeded for continuity, Pipeline Pre-Academy and the Hartford Blue Thunder. So we will start, and the Maryland United Premier and Potomac Blue did not meet continuity in this age group. So we will begin with seed number 3.
Seed number 3 is Maryland Rush Montgomery Dragons. Seed number 4 is Soccer Association of Columbia Pre-Academy. Seed number 5 is Baltimore Union Soccer Club Elite. Seed number 6, Antietam United Spirit. Seed number 7, Maryland Elite Soccer Club. Seed number 8 is Potomac Soccer Association Potomac Blue. Seed number 9 is FC Frederick. Seed number 10 is Maryland United Football Club Premier.
So that concludes the 10-team 18U girls for this year. Again, the freeze date of April 1st with a round of 16 the first weekend in April. Please note that only Potomac Blue, FC Frederick, Maryland Elite, and Maryland United Premier will be playing the first weekend in April at the Soccerplex. All other teams, Pipeline, SAC, Pre-Academy, Baltimore Union, HFC, will advance to the quarterfinal round the last weekend in April, which also includes Maryland Rush Montgomery Blue Dragons and Antietam United Spirit will all advance directly to the last weekend in April down in Salisbury. And now the final age group was the 18U boys, which has 20 teams in that bracket. Please note that the following teams are seeded from last year's continuity. Brasa Blue, FC Frederick are seeded second, and Baltimore Celtic are seeded third. So we will begin with the fourth seed.
Starting with the fourth seed is Barcelona, USA. Seed 5 is Pipeline Soccer Club, Boys North. Seed 6 is Tacoma Park Soccer Club, United. Seed 7 is Maryland Rush Montgomery, Blue. Seed 8, Arundel Soccer Association, Liverpool. Seed 9, Achilles Soccer Club. Seed 10, Olney Boys and Girls Club, Rangers Blue. Seed 11, Soccer Association Columbia, Premier Blue. Seed 12, Soccer Association of Columbia, Pre-Academy. Seed 13, Patuxent Football Academy. Seed 14 is Pachuca Football Club, Dragons. Seed 15, Pipeline Soccer Club, Boys Pre-Academy. Seed 16 is Academy Elite Soccer Youth Development. Seed 17 is Lutherville Timonium Soccer Club, United. Seed 18 is Potomac Soccer Association, Blue. Seed 19, Future Soccer Club, Future Monarchs. And seed 20 is Bethesda Soccer Club, Bethesda Blue.
So that includes the last draw for our State Cup today, which is 18U boys, which has 20 teams in the bracket. Again, they're going to have several play-in games in March. Please note that those teams will need to contact each other as quickly as possible and set up a date, following the procedures that we talked about earlier regarding play-in games. Their first round of 16 will be played April 18th and 19th. So just to recap, we will have the teams, the 4 games that we played in play-in games will be played in March, and then the remaining teams will play April 18th and 19th in the round of 16 for the boys U18 brackets. Again, I wanted to thank everyone again today for helping with our State Cup draw. We're looking forward to a great competition this year. Our state has a long history of providing some of the top teams that advance into the NCS East Regional Tournament. Also, just a reminder that the U19 girls and boys application deadline is Monday, April 20th. Their draw will be held on a conference call on Friday, April 24th. Thanks to all of you for watching today's program, and good luck to all of the Maryland teams in this year's competition. Thanks, and have a great rest of your Sunday.